earlier.
I talk about that a lot.
And then
Yeah.
the opinion the Genius Act will bring economic chaos. Oh yeah, this one.
Yeah, I just thought, I mean, this was kind of it
This is
was,
another one you could think for David Bailey. He's the one that brought this on.
yeah, so the Genius Act, as far as I haven't gotten too deep on this because I'm just kind of over this kind of stuff, but the Genius Act is, I think, just passed by the Senate, and basically it's an attempt to write a regulatory framework for stablecoins, which will likely lead to, more of them existing than there currently are because it creates a path for companies to operate stable coins. And, like Tether has a lot of legal trouble because there isn't this framework. This framework doesn't exist, but presumably with this framework existing, we'll see Tether become more legitimate and things like it become more legitimate. And anyway, I shared it. I read this this morning, um,
Did you see the
and
politicians? Did you see the politicians that wrote this one?
the politicians that wrote the post, or
That wrote
uh,
the here I have this one up right here. There it goes.
am I supposed to? I can't see your
Oh,
screen,
so
so
it's pull up 1009017.
9017.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you see that one?
Yeah, I see it.
So the Haggerty, so Senator Haggerty is the one that sponsored the bill. And then guess who? Guess who? I'm sharing a tweet right now from David Bailey. Senator Haggerty is one of the top advocates of Bitcoin in the country. Absolute badass who gets what we're trying to do and understands how to pitch it in DC. So I'm telling you, man, this guy's not a good actor. This guy's not a good actor in Bitcoin.
Yeah, so this post specifically, uh, it's kind of apparently what I found most interesting about it, and it kind of gets uncovered in the comments, is the the person whose opinion is expressed in this New York Times op-ed is a huge CBDC advocate, uh, and so they're what's interesting is like they're against the stablecoin stuff because they want to see something that is like more in the control of government, I presume. Uh, I don't, and then Simple Stanker's comment I felt was gross, and or it was good. Why did I say gross? But it was good, and he kind of I don't know, just begins to point out some flawed reasoning that appears kind of early and is, consistent with more or less the rest of it. Um,
Stackers, if you're watching this, boil in a frog. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think it's boiled, but
I
it's
mean,
not
no,
not
boil
as
in a
good.
frog to a CBDC. This is where we're going. This is where that's gonna lead. It's gonna lead into a CBDC. This is where we're headed. I
Yeah, I
I, I
wonder
mean
what.
I mean right now this is where we're headed. It's that future that they're trying to get us to, and the sooner the stackers recognize that, um, I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. The only thing we can do as Bitcoiners is just start building better privacy, start building better um, infrastructure, run a Lightning node, run your own node, uh, get out to your Citadel, start building the Citadels now. um, keep stacking cents, go dark. You
Yeah,
know,
I think
times are times are running out. It's running out, Keyan.
uh, I don't know, but um, I would be curious. Like, I would be curious if there is a person that exists that is very like in favor of stable coins and but is anti CBDC and what their view is. Because a lot, I think from at least me on the sidelines of kind of all of this, they kind of look a lot like the same thing, and I think that's what how a lot of Bitcoiners feel. But I would guess there's maybe something interesting going on around people who think that stable coins prevent CBDCs from existing and just won't turn into them or aren't like pilot experiments for them. I don't know, but anyway, that's kind of what interested me about this is like it got me thinking about those kinds of things. And I think the last one,
Well, just before, real quick,
yeah,
I mean, if you kind of play the tape, you kind of play the tape out, right? Like, obviously, this is going to cause inflation, clearly. Um, once it gets signed in, and and then at that point, they'll have to fix that, and they'll blame this, they'll blame whoever, and then at that point, they'll have to introduce a CBDC to correct everything, to fix everything. Um, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. Oh, there was somebody that came in earlier this week, and they were asking my thoughts on this, and that's what I think is going to happen. I think they'll introduce some new currency, and he disagreed. He thought that maybe the world won't buy that. The world won't allow that. But I don't know. Who knows? We're not there yet, thank God. But it's just, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just we are in the situation that we're in. But I just for the stackers that are listening to this, like, buckle up, man. This is getting dark very fast, and there's certain Bitcoiners that brought you this. Just remember that there's certain Bitcoiners that are serving this up to you. They're not good actors.